Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Sulphur Springs City cleanup resulted in 78 40-yard containers being hauled to the local dump. City Manager Mark Maxwell said that's a lot of trash that will not end up in the bar ditch. Early voting has begun for places 1, 2, and 3 for the Sulphur Springs City Council. Early voting Monday was from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. in the second floor conference room at City Hall, 201 North Davis Street. There is a handicapped ramp and elevator available to access the voting area. Early voting continues through this week and into Tuesday of next week. 2 12-hour days will be available for early voting, Tuesday, April 24th, and Thursday, April 26th. Voting will be available from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. On Wednesday, the 25th, Friday, the 27th, Monday, the 30th, and Tuesday, May 1st, early voting times are also 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Election Day, Saturday, May 5th, voting will take place between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Although 2 names are on the ballot, the names of 2 who have withdrawn from the race, votes cast for either candidate will not be counted according to a state law passed in the last legislative session. At noon Monday, the Sulphur Springs City Council met in special session and accepted the resignation of Dan Froneberger from place 6 on the Sulphur Springs City Council. There was no discussion. Freddie Taylor made the motion. It was passed unanimously by the 4 members present. Mayor John Sellers was not present because of a previous engagement, and Emily Glass was not present as well. In a news release, Kendall Scudder for Texas Senate campaign has announced that it is complying with the FBI's Internet Crime Center instructions after hacking activity targeted and breached the campaign's website. According to Scudder, on Saturday, the website was taken down and will be rebuilt completely. He stated that the information from donors and supporters is safe, stored separately, and has not been accessed by any third party, and precautionary measures are being taken with their information. Concrete repair work along Interstate 30 in Hopkins County begins this week, according to Texas Department of Transportation Paris office. That work beginning, and also work on seal coating roads in Fannin, Franklin, Grayson, Hopkins, Hunt, Lamar, Rains, and Red River counties. That begins tomorrow in Hunt County and will continue through the counties as the time progresses. They expect to have everything completed in mid-August. While speaking with the driver of a 1993 Lexus stopped for a traffic violation, the Hopkins County deputy noted a bag containing alcoholic beverages near the passenger, Chadwick Jaquan Anderson. Anderson, age 36 of Sulphur Springs, picked up the bag and revealed a small plastic baggie containing a white powder-like substance. Anderson admitted it was cocaine. He also admitted to a baggie in his socks that also contained cocaine. A salesman at a local outlet mall was arrested at his room on South Broadway Street on a warrant for a felony 1 sexual assault of a child. The Sulphur Springs police officer was aware of the subject's location and was able to get the correct room number, where he made the arrest after verifying the warrant through Sulphur Springs Police Department communications. LaDonnell Dontre Morgan, age 21, of Sulphur Springs, is in Hopkins County Jail. His bond set at $50,000. Here's Don Julian with sports.
Wildcats tennis player Alex Benitez gave it all he had at last week's regional tennis tournament. Benitez also made history as the first male Wildcat to go to the regional tournament in about 20 years. I talked about Benitez with Wildcats tennis coach Tony Martinez.
Great job. Very proud of him. The school's proud of him, and we're really happy. That he did a wonderful job this year. He ended on a good note.
It was nice to win a match, go over there and win his first match.
Right. The first part was, T-High didn't win a match. They lost their first round. Hallsville lost their boys doubles first round. The only one the girl from Greenville. She won her first round, but she went down also in the second round too. But like I said, the whole idea is like, it's really nice if you can win a match at regionals. That kind of makes your season right there. And we kind of understood what was going to happen in the next round. He had to play the number 1 seed in the tournament, and the scores were pretty indicative. 6-0, 6-0. But we watched Alex Benitez even grow more in that match, even though he lost 6-0 and 6-0. He played the best tennis he's ever played. I mean, he put out everything. He left nothing, no regrets when he walked off that court and he was smiling after some of these points. It's amazing that he says, "No, I know I'm playing my best. The guy's just better than I am," and that's how it was. That the guy was truly, the player out there. But Alex did give it, everything that he could give and more. And so, no, he walked off the court and he was satisfied. There were no crying. There wasn't any crying. There wasn't any excuses. He said, so we were really happy with the results there.
Well, this number 1 seed, it looks like a fantastic tennis player. USTA had him rated as 10th in the whole country.
Right.
So, he may be somebody as he gets better. Alex can say, "Hey, I played that guy."
True. That kid is, and it's a foreign exchange student from Germany. And these are one of those things. But he came over here, and he really is going to probably be he'll be a player in the Division I colleges. So he does have the strokes. He's built. And he's the real thing on the tennis court. So, and he knew that while he was going on the court. So, like I said, no, high expectations. He just knew he just had to get out there and battle. And he did compete. And like I said, that's my number 1 thing is competing. And Alex Benitez did it that day by competing against Michael. So it was a good match.
He's a great senior, and I know that lessons that he passed on to his teammates. So that's things that they won't forget in the years ahead. Not only losing him, but I think some girl seniors as well.
Right, we're losing just one girl, Jasmine Cruz, but no, we're losing my assistant volunteer coach. That's what I'm losing here. I mean, the kid comes out there and he's handing out some great, traits to, and shoes to follow for people. Like he's teaching, he's working with everybody. He works with every kid, from 9th grade freshmen to sophomores. He hits with everybody, and he's setting he's leaving back a legacy. Like the next captain will have to fill those shoes. And they're already doing it. Some are already doing it to work with the middle school kids. So it's been handed down. Within the 6 months' time, you can see, the torch being handed down to somebody out of this sophomore class is going to, take charge for the team next year.
Jonah Kirkpatrick is going to have to find him a new doubles partner to help him out.
Definitely, but we've got the summer to work on it, and we've got 3 to 4 boys who are going to come in there. I was looking at it this morning, we can go to regionals again next year, and we can go in doubles. Here's the sad part, and the singles part, the 2 kids that are still will be there for the next 2 more years that are in the finals, going to state. They're still here. They're next 2 years, so it's going to be tough for Jonah Kirkpatrick to break through that wall of getting there. But another step we can go is the doubles route, be it mixed doubles or boys doubles. So well, we have months. We have some time till next year to find that next person to fill in the shoes of Alex Benitez.
And it's been a delight to watch your young players and the way I think sophomores and the way that they've played, and they're the future, and of course like Chase Crouch will be coming back. You'll have him, and so you've got some good pieces for the team.
I do.
Next year.
Logan Schumacher,
right?
Jordan Gonzalez, Waylon Matlock, Michael McCord, all sophomores. And so we're really looking at something here in the next year or two, especially when they're all seniors. But we have the crop coming up to take to fill their shoes up. Finally, we have boys that we know that can step in when they graduate. So it's not I know how it's usually devastating when you graduate 6 or 7 kids at one time. We're prepared for that in 2 to 3 years down the line. The next group of kids are coming up right now that are these guys. They're all coming up as 8th graders. So now we have a little bit of a cycle, not to be worrying about the future.
when we see over there working here at the middle school with the eighth graders, that is the future if you can find a few out of that class.
Right, definitely. And like I said, it's been really good, having all those kids I just mentioned. They're over here. We'll be over here this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, working with the middle school kids and getting them prepared and getting them ready for, the high school next year. So we're having a good transition. The eighth graders getting ready to step in, to play high school tennis, earlier than just waiting till August for them to come in. They're going to be going into it here in the next few weeks.
It's always a good year when you make a little history, right?
Yes, it is. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, So we're very thankful for Alex Benitez being here for the little time that he was here. But very, very appreciative, and we were just blessed to have him around here for, the 2 years we had him.
In track news, a fourth Wildcat will be going to the regional track meet being held this Friday and Saturday at UTA's Maverick Stadium. At the area meet last week, Eli Sellers came in fifth in the 800-meter run after a photo finish, and a frame-by-frame comparison showed that he missed out on qualifying by .008 of a second. Wildcats track coach Matt Young said that he had never seen such a slim margin. However, one of the qualifiers in the 800-meter run decided that he wanted to concentrate on the 1,600-meter run at regional, so he pulled out of the regional field in the 800-meter run. Sellers, as the alternate, will now go in his place. Coach Young noted that Sellers did run a personal best in that 800-meter run at area. Other Wildcats to qualify for the regional track meet were Diedrich Godbolt in the high jump, Landry Tyson in the 300-meter hurdles, and Kylan Wade in the 110-meter hurdles. Miller Grove had 4 Hornets and 6 Lady Hornets qualify for the regional track meet at an area track meet last week in Mount Pleasant. Miller Grove was third as a team in area for the boys. In the 1,600-meter run, Albert Serrano was first, Kobe Robertson second, and Grant Earp finished fourth. All 3 also qualified in the 3,200-meter run with a 1-2-3 finish. It was Serrano first, Robertson second, and Earp third. Grant Sharp qualified with a third-place finish in the 400-meter run. Serrano and Robertson also qualified in the 800-meter run, with Serrano first and Robertson third. Other Hornet results included Sharp with a 6th-place finish in the 200-meter dash, and Matt Brignan with a 5th-place finish in the 800-meter run. For the Lady Hornets, who finished 4th as a team, Georgia Bissonette was first in the 1,600-meter run, with Jolie Fox 4th. In the 3,200-meter run, Bissonette was first, Fox was third, and Lauren Bullard was 4th. In the 400-meter run, Cassidy Shaney was first, Rosa Shones was third, and Alexa Pellaros was 4th. In the 800-meter run, Shaney was second and Bullard was third. The Lady Hornets, 4x400-meter relay team qualified with a first-place finish. Relay members are Shaney, Bissonette, Bullard, and Shones. Other Lady Hornets results included Pellaros with a 5th-place finish in the 800-meter run and a 6th-place finish for the 4x200-meter relay team that consisted of Cameron Hall, Harley Watson, Alexis Green, and Kara Ford. And finally, the North Hopkins baseball team proved to be too much for the Cumbie Trojans as the Panthers outscored the Trojans 14-4 in Cumbie on Friday. The Panthers scored 2 runs in the first inning. They had 4 runs in the second, 1 more run in the third, and 4 more runs in the fourth inning to take an 11-0 lead. Cumbie battled back with 4 runs of their own in the bottom of the fourth to cut the lead to 11-4. North Hopkins came back with 3 runs in the top of the 5th to make it a 14-4 lead. The Panthers out-hit the Trojans 7-5, and Cumbie was plagued by 5 errors. Panther senior Chase Williams got the pitching win, working the first 4 innings, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, none of which were earned, while striking out 8 and walking 5. Wyatt Wharton pitched the scoreless and hitless 5th for the Panthers and had a strikeout. Victor Rojo was 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Jeffrey Stewart was 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs. Caleb Wyatt was 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored, an RBI, a double, and a walk. Williams was 1 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk. Wharton was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. And Branson Thomas scored a run and had an RBI and a walk. Colby Cameron was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 walks. Bryson Gillespie scored a run and he walked. And Jesse Rivera had a walk. And the Panthers also stole 8 bases.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.